everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me. We're going to make a cute little snowman card. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but snowmans just melt my heart. The items that we're going to be using today are from Waffle Flower. Waffle Flower has a brand new release, the November release here. And there's lots more to the release, a lot of fun wintry themes. I hope you can go and check it out. Along with the release, I do want to give you a little heads up that Waffle Flower also on November 15th through the 30th is having a grab bag event. And the event's pretty big. If you want to head on over and get the details for that event, Waffle Flower has those over there at their shop. Another good deal I want to share with you in a moment, but I do want to tell you about this die set. This is the Waffle Flower. Oh, it's so cute. It's called Snowman and Friends, but you get 3 little birdies on here. You also get a scarf for the snowman. He has little arms and mittens, and a little hat that's super cute, and some snowballs also. So we're using this on our card today. There's a new stencil called the Snowflake background stencil. It's really pretty. Let me take it out of the package here. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to be using some texture paste on my background, and so we'll be using the Snowflake stencil today. And for my greeting, I've used these before. You guys have seen me use them. These are sentiment strips that go with, they're basically sub-sentiments that go with the word snow. You can see the word down here, snow. So I'm going to use this as a greeting for my card today. It's quick and easy. I don't have to fuss with trimming it. So we'll be using the sub-sentiment snow die cuts here. And then lastly, I have the small snowflake die. This retails at Waffle Flower for $5, but there is a deal right now going on. Let me show you it. This is actually a gift with a purchase of $25 or more. So all you have to do is use the coupon code during your checkout process, and then you get this in your package for free. And it's a cute little, I already die cut mine out. Let me show you what it looks like. It's a beautiful snowflake. If you plan on doing a little shopping and it's over $25, use the code and put that in your cart, and you get a free snowflake die that's like the perfect size. So lots going on over at Waffle Flower. Hope you get a chance to check it out. But let's jump in the meantime and create a card. Since we're doing some texture pasting, I'm going to use my stencil first. I'm going to be using some light teal cardstock, and I'm going to tack it down. I'm actually going to bring in my grit mat. I'm going to be using my texture paste. This is opaque matte, so it's going to dry clear. Texture paste for me dries pretty quickly on my card project. So by the time I'm done with all my die cutting, this should be all done and dry. So we're just going to spread this out. I actually have this little thingy-majigger that helps spread it out really quickly. And evenly. I don't know if you, let me know in the comments if you guys have used one of these dealies. I forget the technical name for it, but to me it's a game changer. It just spreads it out evenly in your background. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lift up my background here. And while it's still wet, this is what I like to do. I'm going to take it off my grit mat here, and I like to run my finger along the edges just so there's no, the edges don't dry sharp. Okay, I'm going to set this aside to dry, but isn't that a gorgeous stencil? I just love that. And then the snowflake too, it's just a stunner. We're going to do some layering with this. They layer over here beautifully. Okay, I will be right back. I need to wash these off really quickly before they dry, and then we're going to be doing some die cutting. Okay, I have some colored cardstock, starting with our snowman. And you know what's neat about the snowman? It's open-ended. So if you place the snowman here, this won't cut out, which makes it really nice. Okay, so but I'm actually gonna trim it. I'm gonna add my snowman to the very bottom of this panel here. Okay, for my snowman's hat, mittens, and gloves, the scarf, we're gonna use, this is the scarf too, we're gonna use some pink cardstock. And then I have a light pink piece because there's a band that goes on the hat that I want to die cut out. My snowman's nose, which is a carrot, we're going to cut out with orange cardstock. I have a darker teal for my birds. We're going to cut out 2 birds. Now the birds are layering. There's a wing that you can add, and there's the beak. Okay, and these 2 pieces are our snowman's hands or arms. And we might as well cut out a couple of snowballs just in case we want to add those. We're not going to use the larger bird, but it's awful cute. It does have a scarf that you can layer on there. So sweet. So I'll run these. Oh, you know what? I'm going to die cut out a few extra snowflakes too. And I'll do that and I'll be right back. Once I have everything die cut, now we're going to put together our snowman. But I do would like to ink blend on my cardstock. So I'm going to be using some Simon Says Stamp ink. This is Peony. Just going to use my blending brush. Pick up a little ink, and we're going to add some color here. Once we have our ink blended on our pink portion, I have these pieces here. I'm going to go ahead and take the band that goes on my hat, and we're going to add that just using a little bit of glue. And I apologize if you hear a dog barking in the background. I actually don't have a dog. It's the neighbors. So I just couldn't avoid the neighbor's dog barking here. Let's see. Okay, so I also glued my hands to my arms of my snowman. So we're good to go. Okay, I have some Copic markers here we're going to use to rosy up our snowman cheeks. Okay, and I'm actually not worried about the eyes because I have some black foam squares that we're going to use. Okay, I'm going to take my carrot nose. Before we add it to our snowman, I'm going to use a Copic marker, an orange one, and I'm just going to add a little bit of detail. And then I'll blend it out with my colorless blender here. If you wanted to use an ink, you could do an ink will do the same thing. I'm going to add a little bit of glue here, and this will just fit perfectly right on there. And you know what's nice too is there's some dimension to there. You can see it sticks out a little bit. Let's add our snowman scarf. First we're going to add a little glue here. We'll tack down our snowman scarf. And then we'll take the second piece of our snowman scarf and we'll tack this down. Isn't that just so cute? Add a little glue here at the bottom. And then we can add our snowman hat. And isn't that the cutest? So easy to put together. Okay, before we add the arms, I'm going to finish my birds here. Okay. Okay, we have, for my birds, you can also use some ink, but what I'm going to do is bring in my Copic markers and just do a little extra coloring with it. And then I'm going to add a little glue to our wings. If you wanted to pop these up, you could, but I'm just going to glue them down here. Add this one, and I'm not layering them directly on there. I like to see the wing behind it. Okay, these are the bird's beaks. I'm not going to use those. I actually die cut them out. Okay, so now we have some orange beaks. Let's go ahead and add a little dot of glue. And that's kind of a lot, but we'll work with it. And we can add these little beaks. Okay, now typically you would use these as snowballs or snowfall in the background, but rather than doing that, what I'm going to do is create a polka dot scarf with this. So I'm just going to use my glue, and we're going to add some dots here. And then I'll place my snowballs on my scarf and turn it into a polka dot scarf. And there we go. Next I'm going to bring in some small foam squares, and I'm going to add it underneath the scarf here for a little dimension. And then this is, and I'll do the same thing to this piece. Just give it a little lift, a little free-flowingness. Okay, now we can add our snowman's hands. I'm going to put foam squares behind my birds, and I'm not sure if I want him holding a bird or not. We'll see. Actually, though, that looks really cute. Maybe we'll put one in the hat, on the band of the hat. We'll see with this one. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to put him aside. I'm going to bring back my panel. And you know what? It's pretty much dry. It dries pretty quickly. I'm going to add glue behind here and place this on the front of my card base. Okay, we have that on there. Lovely. Now I'm going to flip over my snowman. We still have our snowman's eyes that we need to fix. So to do that, I mentioned I have some black foam squares. This for me is just the easiest way. Or you could put black cardstock in there if you wanted to. I'm just going to add some foam squares behind my snowman here. I'm going to take one more. I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to place it, actually, I'm going to place it on the nose of my snowman, carefully. And then I'll take the other half and we're going to stack it. The snowman's nose is going to have two. We're going to double up on the snowman's nose here. Okay. Okay, so I'll take my snowman, I'm going to flip it around here. I'm going to tack it to the bottom of my card. And when I press down, since I doubled up on the nose pops out. You can see there. So we have a little extra dimension with that. Now, my snowman's eyes are still a little sticky because of the foam tape. Now, I'm going to be using some Nuvo Crystal Drops. This is Morning Dew. Morning Dew is clear, like a glossy accent, but it's a little bit thicker, so it'll have dimension to it. I have my little extra snowflakes that we're going to add. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, and we're going to do a layer over the existing snowflakes, just to give them a little bit of dimension. I'm going to raise my snowman's hand up a little bit, and I'll secure it with a foam square, just so he'll fit in my A2 envelope. We need a greeting, and I think I want my second bird to sit on my greeting. So let's go ahead and take our Subsentiments. When you take it out, it's all one piece, but there's little perforated edges. And I'm going to butt it up all the way to the left of my card here. And then I can put my bird. We'll just perch him right on that greeting. these are Spellbinders Aura Gems, and I'm going to add some larger ones to the center of my snowflake here. And that finishes my card today. Super cute snowman. It's just adorable. It's called Snowman and Friends. It's from Waffle Flower. I hope you get a chance to check it out, along with all the fabulous deals going on right now. Get the Snowflake die with the purchase, and then you also with the $25 purchase, and then check out the new release. There's lots more fun snowy, wintry items at Waffle Flower. And thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.